this Spanish verb is kind of weird. It's the verb soler. So what makes it weird? How does it work? What does it mean? Okay, let's take a look at it. So in Spanish, soler es un stem changing verb. So that means it's conjugated suelo, sueles, suele, solemos, soléis, suelen. In these stem-changing verbs, the O becomes UE in all the persons except the one for nosotros and vosotros. So, suelo instead of solo. And then it says que significa, más o menos, to usually do something. The meaning of the verb is to usually do something. That's a very strange meaning. To tend to do something or to be accustomed to do something. O en imperfecto, used to do something. En español, normalmente va seguido de un infinitivo. So, in English, that means it is a stem-changing verb, suelo, sueles, suele, solemos, soléis, suelen, meaning more or less to usually do something, to tend to do something, to be accustomed to do something, or in the imperfect tense, used to do something. In Spanish, it is usually followed by an infinitive. So, I used to walk in the park on Tuesdays. We'll say, yo solía caminar en el parque los martes. And solía is the used to part. My mother used to go to the supermarket on Fridays. Mi madre solía ir al supermercado los viernes. In the present tense, it would mean something like I usually do something. So, I usually go to the park on Tuesdays. Yo suelo ir al parque los martes. So, suelo is the I usually part. Podemos expresar esto mismo conjugando los verbos directamente en imperfecto. We can express this same thing by conjugating the verbs directly in the imperfect tense. Instead of saying yo solía caminar en el parque, for I used to walk in the park, we can say yo caminaba en el parque los martes. And for my mother used to go to the supermarket, instead of saying mi madre solía ir al supermercado, we can say, mi madre iba al supermercado los viernes. If you've studied the imperfect tense, you know that it already means in some uses to used to do something. So what's the difference? Why should we choose soler instead of using the imperfect tense directly? Well, so it says, el significado es prácticamente el mismo. La única diferencia es que cuando usamos soler, añadimos una connotación de hábito muy fuerte. So in English, the meaning is practically the same. The only difference is that when we use soler, we add a very strong connotation of habit. So basically, you can use the imperfect for expressing I used to do something, or you can use soler. The meaning is technically the same or similar, but with soler, we are adding like a habit connotation, a connotation of habit. That's kind of strong. Solía has a sense of habituation, and the imperfect tense means something used to be without really saying anything about habituation. They often overlap though, so they mean the same but they don't. Recomendamos usar el imperfecto directamente y no usar el verbo soler. We recommend using the imperfect directly and not using the verb soler. This is because at this level we teach this verb in level 3 and we are teaching our students the imperfect tense, which is already kind of difficult to master. So at this level, we ask people, or we recommend that people do not learn how to use the verb soler yet. If you are more advanced and you already know how to use the imperfect tense, by all means, feel free to start using soler. It might be a good idea to start, trying to notice how people use it. When you watch a TV show or when you read a book and you find this verb soler, try to see why they are using it, because probably they are using it because they want to add that very strong connotation of habituation. So that's it for today. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video.